Greetings everyone, welcome back to Cinema Prescriptions, where we dive deep into a film and prescribe you all that you need to enjoy the film. I am your host, Mr. Dr. Rice, and today we will be going over
Furiosa, Mad Max Saga. Let's get to it. Alright, so the synopsis for this one is: snatched from the green place of many mothers, Furiosa falls into the hands of a great biker horde led by the warlord Dementus. Sweeping through the wastelands, they come across the Citadel, presided over by the immortal Joe. As the two tyrants fight for dominance, Furiosa soon finds herself in a non-stop battle to make her way home. So this is pretty much Furiosa's origin story. I really liked her character from Mad Max Fury Road, so I was excited to see where this story would go with her. So the director for this film is George Miller. He's known for directing Mad Max, Mad Max 2, Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome, and Mad Max Fury Road. He also directed Babe, Pig in the City, 300 Years of Longing, and both Happy Feet films. So you can see that he has a variety of things he directs, which is awesome. He seems like a director that likes to go for stories that interest him. I feel like he did a great job with all of the Mad Max films. So let's see if he can continue his streak. The budget for this film was $168 million, so it's pretty much around the same amount as the previous film. So with the budget this big, you want to make sure that you don't neglect the story. You want to use the money as a resource to, tell the best story that you possibly can, which I feel like he does, because because it looks like a lot of things were done practically, like cars looked like they were really built. It's pretty easy to, mix the CG because they were mostly in the desert. And, this film has some pretty good big name people in it. Like, I know the main character, Anya Taylor-Joy. She's getting pretty big now. It has Chris Hemsworth in it. He's always done well with his role. He's always done well with his roles. So I feel like this budget is great for this film. It doesn't drown in computer effects where it loses the story, because the story's still pretty good. So I feel like this is an appropriate budget for this film. A good comparison film to me would be The Northman. They both follow the story of a child trying to seek vengeance for their dead parents. So like in Northman, the main character also serves the person that killed his parents to get closer to them and be able to have the opportunity to seek revenge. Just like in this film with Furiosa, who does the same thing. They both have a similar tone. I guess Mad Max I guess Furiosa would be the more goofy film, if I can say that. But yeah, I feel like those two films are similar. What makes this film easy to love? I would say the world building and the attention to the lore. I feel that the film does a nice job of immersing us in the world of Mad Max. Mad Max, you get callbacks to the previous film, like you see how Furiosa ended up with the immortal Joe. It's just great to see him in the film. Well, it's good to see the characters in the previous film in this film, to see how their story got to where it was. I feel like the story was told in a very, very linear and interesting way. You got to see how Furiosa went from a child all the way up to where she is, and how she got to the point where she was in Mad Max Fury Road. Also, the characters in this film are interesting. I love Chris Hemsworth's performance as Dementus. It's so goofy and eccentric, and every time that he's on screen, he just shows so much energy, and that's what he's known for in all his films. And I also feel that Anya Taylor-Joy is the perfect foil to him, portraying a stoic character versus his energy, and she just does a great job in her film. She just does a great job throughout the film. And of course, you have all the interesting side characters and goons and stuff like that that make Mad Max Mad Max. And last but not least, what makes it easy to love is the car battles. Like, this is what you come to Mad Max for. Like, you come to see the crashes, you come to see the different way that they build these cars. You know, they have like tractor scooper thingies, they have spinning wheels of death and all that whatnot. And it's always interesting to see how they use these weapons throughout the film to show the combat, because this is combat really that you can't get anywhere else. I guess you could also get it from Fast and the Furious, but I mean, I feel like this film, Mad Max, is known for this kind of action. And it almost tops the action of the previous film, but I feel like the previous film has better action set pieces. What could make the film hard to love? It is a little bit on the long side. What is 148 minutes? I feel like once I got 80% through the film, it kind of drug a little bit. Like at that final push through point, I was ready for it to end, but I would say that most of the film is very interesting. It keeps you engaged, but it is a very long film. So, Mr. Dr. Rice's prescription for you to enjoy this film is to enjoy the world building and the lore, enjoy the interesting characters that are from the Mad Max series, and enjoy the road combat. What can make it hard to love? I would say that the film is long if you don't like longer films. So that's my prescription to you. See you next time.